So, Violet,
Yes.
welcome.
Hello.
How
I
are
am the
you?
voice in the box.
The voice in the box. Yes. Oh, yeah. There are tech difficulties today too, and we don't have you on visual, but we will do this again at some point. And I like how your voice kind of goes wah, wah, with it. That's what I see anyway, as a white dot with it. Goes
My
wah.
white dot vibes.
Yes, white dot vibes. All right. All right. So, Violet, what made you decide to work with me? You're one of my clients. I just wanted to start
Yeah.
off right there.
Yeah. So I had been struggling for, a couple of years ago when I quit my career and started down this path of healing, creative healing. I didn't know where to begin. I just was floundering for the longest time and trying to push through creative blocks the way I'd always had with every other block that I'd had, which is just, hammer down the wall and kick in the door and everything, but I was still having such a hard time working through it. And you know when I start hitting those moments, I close my eyes and just listen, and I invite the universe in. I say, okay, I need to listen, I need some help, because I don't know what to do.
There's some dead noise right now.
Oh,
The last I heard was you said to the universe, "I need some help."
yes, so I needed some help, and I asked the universe for help, and the universe sent me you. I met you in our town at a local grief workshop. And we struck up a conversation there, and we both found out we graduated from the same death doula course. And I was like, oh, this is fabulous. And then you started telling me more about your other, what you do on the well, actually it's not the side gig. This is your main gig. And it sounded so intriguing to me. And I went, oh, maybe the universe sent me you. We were supposed to meet. This is it. Okay. I had a really good feeling, and my intuition was telling me work with Jenny. So I contacted you, and we talked for a moment. And within the first like 2 minutes of what you said, I went, "Yep, she's my woman right there. I need to work with her. She can get me from past all this stuff I'm trying to work through, because I don't know."
Cutting out a little bit again. I assume we're going to come back pretty quickly. That's what's been happening. But you said something about getting past, right? So that was my next
Yeah.
question. What are some of those obstacles that you like faced in your creative life over the years?
Yeah, so in my creative life, well, in decades past, it was that I wasn't allowed to have a creative outlet, so I'd lost all of my usual tools to get that.
Mhm.
And then you helped me work through creative blocks in very
Well,
creative ways.
just I'm gonna stop where I'm gonna pause this for a second. When you say you weren't allowed to, can you describe a little more depth? You don't have to go into all the depth, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what you mean by that? What not allowed? Is that like more of a thing in, coming from outside of you? Is it inside? Is it both, or was it?
It was outside that eventually became my inside, because the outside constraints eventually caused me to be a person that put those constraints on myself, so I didn't make a mistake, or I didn't, I was always supposed to be perfect, and the perfectionism that comes with it, and all that stuff.
Mhm. We might be going out again, but Violet's gonna be back. I'm learning to trust this.
Yeah, learn to trust.
Yes, exactly.
Learn to trust. Okay, but yeah, we worked through the creative stuff, and eventually I've been working through it with you, and you've been teaching me some creative ways to get through my creative blocks, to become more creative.
Right, using creativity to get more creative.
Yeah, rather than just, using blind sheer force of will. I've learned other methods from you.
Yeah. Yay. What is there any particular one that's like, your favorite or the one that was the most impactful or powerful for you so far?
Oh, so I love the sound healing. I loved it when we did it in our first session. It helped get through so much. And then the one that really stuck with me through all these sessions that we've done together are the pink balloons.
Uh-huh.
The pink balloons are they are
Ooh, you're cutting out. Maybe the pink balloons need to be like some kind of intriguing mystery that, that
Yes,
people are gonna
those
call
pink
me and
balloons.
be like,
Okay,
"What's
I'm
going
sending him
on?
up
I
to the
need
sky right now.
that." Right. So